We manufacture, last 10 years, we have been manufacturing products for electric vehicle, components for electric vehicles. We manufacture chargers, motor controllers, and DC-DC converters, and we are the major supplier for three-wheeler industry, and now we are entering into four-wheeler industry. We are also fortunate today that Mr. Vijay Jaiswal is with us. He is a director automotive, and he is responsible for framing the policy for the Telangana EV policy, and more he will speak on that. I had a brief interaction with him, and the passion with which he is framing the policy is, we really expect the policy is going to be very, very good. What I feel about electric vehicle is, my central point for the electric vehicle is learn from the leaders. Now, who are the leaders in this area? US or Europe or China? Now, let us see a few statistics, what has been published by the Forbes magazine. Last year, China produced officially 7.7 lakhs electric vehicles against, in the 2017, against the 2 lakhs electric vehicles produced by the US. Out of this 7.7, 3.85 lakhs were only electric buses, and about 99% of the electric buses are running into China. So obviously the leader is China. If we have to compete with China, if we have to become the leading player in the electric vehicle, we have to learn from the China. But unfortunately, what most of our Indians, we have developed some kind of allergy or some kind of where if it is China, we try to block, we try to oppose, we try to put all kind of barriers. I remember I was a privy to one of the discussion in Department of Heavy Industries, where they were trying to come out with a tender for the electric cars, and one of the center point, instead of making how the electric vehicles to come up in India, their main point was how to block China. And that attitude cannot make us a leader, or we cannot learn from it. Whether we like it or not, China is way, way ahead from us, and at least it's going to take 20 to 25 years to catch up with China. And with so much of lead, all we have to do is, we have to really go and learn from it. In addition to the officially published figure that China has developed the infrastructure, we have to learn from it. The manufacturing technologies, we have to learn from it. And also, I would prefer, this is my personal view, because most of the AXIOM members don't agree with my view. The standards what we are setting it up, standards, I feel that it should be like we should adopt the GB standard. Because the technology and the infrastructure and the component industry, they are so much produced, so much in mass, this is much, much cheaper than any other country. So if we follow the China standard, we can benefit from the volume of manufacture and the cost of manufacturing. The Chinese component cost is much, much lower than any European or American. And we can really benefit from it. But I was told by many of the members that the IEC is better, or GP is not that good from a safety or something. Maybe in some aspect it may not be that superior, but the benefits by adopting the Chinese standards are far, far greater. I just give you an example. In 80s, the Sony versus Panasonic. Both were in electronics, both were competing, they were the arch rival, and Sony has developed a video recording system. It's called Betamax. Definitely it was a superior system, video recording system. The Panasonic also developed a recording system. It is called VHS, but technically Sony was much superior. So what Sony said, our system is superior, we will not license to anybody, we will only try to manufacture. Panasonic, what they did, they went on licensing the technology to all over the world, and VHS became a standard, and Sony could not sell anything. Same thing going to happen in case of in the China. If we adopt the GB technology, right, where most of the same friends, they don't agree for it, it is going to bring down the cost of manufacturing. We can benefit from the economy of the scale what China has got right now. And China and India together, we can practically become a dominating player in the world. But somehow, whenever the discussion comes, because I have been meeting most of the people in the industry, people in the government, but somehow we have developed some kind of allergy to the moment the China comes. I visited one of the leading auto company in Pune, and I was discussing with their technical head. So he was saying, I said, motor, where you are buying from? He said, no, motor we are trying to develop it in Europe. I said, why not China? Well, no, my management doesn't like China. I said, fine, then where are you buying the battery from? He said China. I said why? Because there is no other manufacturer. So when battery you can rely, why can't you rely on motor? Understand the scale, only you have to visit China, the only you will believe the scale in which they are manufacturing is mind boggling. You can nowhere you can meet that cost, what they are doing it. So we have to really learn from them to compete with them and to benefit from it, and ultimately we have to bring the EV revolution in India. I feel that all of us, we have to learn from China and preferably join China in bringing the EV revolution to India. And I request Mr. Jaiswal also to, while framing the policy, let us not have something like a against China. It should be with China. We have to bring along with it. Thank you very much.